Hello, welcome to Become. And again, we're doing this 2.0 because we're taking it to the next level. And I'm so excited that you're here. And I'm so excited that we get to dive into this beautiful month where we're looking at manifesting more 2024, but we're not doing it in a way that other people have done it before. We're not doing it in a way that's like, this is like these manifestation principles, even though, so I've been trained by the best manifestation coaches in the world. And I have utilized these principles, but what we're doing here and now is we're layering on the human design aspect of it, right? We're layering on how do you get involved, your actually your soul's essence into the manifestation process. And guess what? That activates the process even more greater than anything ever possible. So let me tell you, before I found human design, and I am in my 40s, and so I wish I had found this in my 20s. Oh my goodness. I was so in my head with so many things. I just felt like I had a lot of judgment for not keeping up with all the people doing all the things. Okay. You guys know I'm a projector, and projectors have ebbs and flows of energy, right? And I was comparing myself so often to generators who would just run and do all the things, right? And I thought that honestly, I'm going to start a business. This is going to be exhausting, but I'm sure it will get to a point where it's better. Oh my goodness. Okay, and again, when you're creating a rocket ship, yeah, it is, there's a lot of intensity behind it, what I've learned it took human design to teach me, you know what, you don't need to judge yourself for only doing 3 things. Whereas it looked like everybody else was doing 100, because I found that my gifts lay in doing those 3 most important things that are going to move the needle forward. And it's so, so beautiful. And so I really utilized the beauty of human design in order to help me have velocity. And velocity doesn't come from doing more stuff. I know. I think we should say that again. Velocity doesn't come from doing more stuff. It just comes from doing the right stuff for you. You are in charge of where your journey goes. There is so much empowerment that happens when you lean into your human design and you utilize it to manifest more and more and more, and to hit those goals with greater ease. So oftentimes there's this so I love to watch I love a good show. Okay. So I just was watching the Amazing Race. And in the Amazing Race, it talked about so they're going on all these adventures around the world, and it's getting close to the end of the Amazing Race. And the one of the ladies and this woman in the Amazing Race, they had to jump out of an airplane. And they were jumping out of an airplane. I can't remember even what country they were in. And she's like, I cannot do this. Oh my goodness. And this is like, they're getting close to the end of the race. Okay. So they've been racing this whole time. She's like, I'm going to die, and of course they're tandeming it and stuff like that. But anyway, basically her tandem person has to shove her out, And once she gets out, she's like freaking out, which is what I would do. Right. And then she gets to the bottom. And then they're talking to her afterwards, and they're like, she's like, that was the most amazing experience I've had the whole entire time. Right? She stepped through this fear and she allowed herself to experience this scary thing. And it actually became the most powerful experience she had. That is the same thing. I want us to flip the script on who we trust. And I want you to be able to build trust within yourself the most. And that's actually how you manifest more. That's the key. And the human design layer allows you to have a roadmap of how do I trust? how do I build this trust in myself even more? And it's so stunning how you can do this. Now, in human design, there are 5 types. And these energy types that we'll get into even more is that first layer of how I want you to start manifesting more. So I'm going to have some tips for each one. And I want you to really to align with that. But the other thing is too, is I want you to not only, and I hope you've gotten your human design chart. If not, I'll have that link. But that's the first step to do. But save that link because I want you to run your the people that surround you in your life and in your business. I want you to know their human design charts. One of my clients, we were having a session yesterday, and she was saying, hey, my biggest client that I'm working with right now is my husband. And can you help me with this struggle that he's having? And I'm like, yes, yeah, totally. And that is beautiful because we don't live in a bubble, right? We're not on our private island by ourselves, even though that sounds lovely sometimes. But we're with other people. And so I really want you to know, what are your clients' human designs? What are your family's human designs? What's your children's? It helps us to relate to each other so much more. And so when we're looking at human design, again, we're looking at the 5 types, which are projector, reflector, manifestor, and then generator and manifesting generator. And so these human design types really have keys to help us manifest. And we're going to jump into each type and how they manifest best. But one thing I really want you to recognize is that your intuition is the key here, okay? Human design allows us to tap into our intuition, and it gives us another roadmap of how to do that. But intuition is basically, the definition is listening to your soul, okay? Intuition, we can look at it on a spiritual level, right? God speaks to us. We can look at that or your higher power, whichever source that you go to. You can tap into that very being and that very essence. And this helps us to have this overview effect, right? Helps us to have, instead of zooming in and being so in the weeds, it helps us to see this overview, but it doesn't give us the whole picture, right? Intuition doesn't give us a whole picture. It's just like, hey, I think you should go this way, and I'm not going to give you any promises. And so it's okay to not have any promises. It's okay to be like, okay, I'll do this. I'll do this first step and trust in yourself. And the more that you follow your intuition, the more you're going to build this trust in yourself, because you really have all the answers inside of you. We get inspiration and trainings and all these things, but you are the decision maker. And when you have that power, you can manifest more because you're in alignment with your journey. And that alignment is what manifestation is all about. There's no oh, well, I'm in the laws of manifestation. It's not like, well, you always have to want this big house, or you have to want this dream vacation. No, it's wanting what you want. And there are no qualifying qualifications to it. That's it. All you have to do is say, I want what I want. And that's all, And so I want you to look at that as that. And as we step into this beautiful month of human design and manifesting more, you're going to see it really work within your soul to guide you to those dreams and hopes. And your intuition will lead you. Your gifts of your human design will lead you there. Trust me, I promise. And so just pop in and listen to these short episodes, because they'll have great impact. And listen to them all, even if it's not your type or your, I want you to listen, because we don't live in a bubble, right? Okay. All right. I'm sending you big, big hugs. Lots of love. You got this.